California Judge Aaron Persky is speaking out only to CBS This Morning, 1 week before voters decide if he should be removed over his handling of a sexual assault trial. He gave former Stanford University swimmer Brock Turner a short jail term after Turner was found guilty of assaulting an unconscious woman. The sentence generated global outrage. It also raised questions about judicial independence and politics in the courtroom. John Blackstone spoke to the judge about the controversial sentence. John, good morning.
Good morning. Judge Aaron Persky has remained largely silent as the campaign to remove him from the bench has built over nearly 2 years now. But now, in his only television interview, he's defended the sentence that has been so widely condemned.
If a judge is thinking in the back of his or her mind, how is this going to look? How will it look on social media? Will I be vilified on cable news? That's the wrong avenue. We can't do that. We shouldn't do that.
Persky's sentencing of Brock Turner meant the former Stanford University swimmer walked free after spending just 3 months in county jail for sexually assaulting an unconscious woman.
You did have some idea before you passed this sentence that it would be a controversial sentence.
Yes. And by my ethical constraints, by the rule of law, I had to completely tune that out.
In court, Turner heard the words of his victim, a powerful statement that was widely shared on social media. "You took away my worth, my privacy, my confidence," she told Turner. "I don't want my body anymore. I was terrified of it."
If this case were before you today, the Me Too movement being what it is, might you have been more sensitive to the feelings of the society around you?
Well, let me say again, based on the Code of Judicial Ethics, I can't really discuss the details of the case or my decision-making. But I can say that generally, the answer is absolutely not.
Judge Persky's sentencing of Turner followed the recommendation of the county probation department. The California Commission on Judicial Performance concluded there is not clear and convincing evidence of bias or judicial misconduct.
When we make a decision in a civil or criminal case, we're always disappointing one side or the other. And so if one side or the other that's disappointed is able to generate outrage, get it out there on social media, raise a lot of money based on one decision, it's just not right.
1 million people signed an online petition calling for Persky's removal from the bench. The recall campaign has raised more than $1 million. He's raised about $400,000 to fight back.
There are even lawn signs now that have my face next to a mugshot of the defendant.
Certainly, for a while, you seem to be the most hated man on the internet.
Probably so.
Fire Judge Persky!
I accept responsibility for every decision that I've made as a judge. But what I cannot accept are the downstream consequences, the collateral damage, if you will, to the next case, to the next judge's decision, to even the next juror's decision. I mean, this notion, the power of social media, the power of politics, if it affects jurors, then where are we? We've completely corrupted our system.
For weeks after he sentenced Turner, Judge Persky said he had to come and go from this courthouse using the back entrance, usually reserved for inmates. Since the recall effort began, he hasn't been hearing cases here. He's been working only as a night court judge. Gayle?
All right, John Blackstone, thank you. It's good to hear from him. A lot of people, as John pointed out, he was certainly vilified. It's interesting to hear his thought process behind the decision.
And this is a judge where voters vote them in and vote them out, and that's the power of your vote.
Yeah. And the voters will get a chance to weigh in on this.